You know that feeling? It's 3 a.m., you're just staring at the ceiling, and your brain decides to play a highlight reel of every single financial disaster that could possibly strike tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a feeling a lot of us know way too well.
What happens if the car just dies on the way to work? Or what if the dog suddenly needs $1,000 surgery? That constant low-level buzz of anxiety, it can feel like it's never going to go away. But what if I told you there's a specific number, a specific dollar amount that can pretty much silence all of it?
Now, most of us, we think the answer has to be some crazy, out-of-reach number. We think we need to win the lottery to finally feel safe. But the real game changer, the one that actually rewires how you experience your life, it's a lot closer than you think.
So, what is this magic number? It's $10,000. And look, this isn't just some random number I pulled out of a hat. There is real psychology and some simple math behind why hitting this specific five-figure mark fundamentally changes, well, pretty much everything about your day-to-day life.
To really get why this is so huge, we have to look at what life is like before this cushion exists. It's a world that really just boils down to one word: defense. You're always just trying to block the next financial hit.
Does any of this ring a bell? You know, you're at the grocery store with your calculator app open, mentally adding up every single item to make sure you don't go over. Or maybe making up an excuse when your friends want to go out to dinner because you know that a $25 bill would just completely wreck your budget for the week. In that reality, every little decision is this super stressful calculation.
Okay, but this is where it gets really, really interesting. When you finally build up that first $10,000, the biggest change isn't about what you can suddenly buy. It's about what happens inside your own head. It's like a complete psychological rewiring.
So let's play this out. Imagine your check engine light comes on. With $0 in savings, that light feels like a ticking time bomb. It's a financial disaster. You start to panic. But with $10,000 sitting in the bank, it's just annoying. It's an inconvenience. And that one shift from pure panic to mild annoyance, that's what changes everything.
And hey, this isn't just some vague feeling. This is actual biology. Neuroscientists have literally found that having financial security reduces your body's main stress hormone, cortisol. So having that savings cushion actually makes you physically calmer and better able to handle whatever life throws at you. This brings us to a really important idea. It's called the emergency fund effect. And what it means is that the real power of that money isn't in actually spending it. It's the psychological armor you get to wear every single day just from knowing it's there. It's the peace of mind that you could handle a problem if you had to. It's calm in a bottle.
So once you stop playing defense all the time, you can finally start playing offense. Your money stops being this tool for just plugging holes and solving problems, and it starts becoming a tool for creating opportunities. And let's get practical here. $10,000 is an incredibly powerful amount. It covers almost all of the common emergencies that completely derail most people's lives. That big, unexpected medical bill, it's manageable. A sudden job loss, it becomes survivable. You're basically immune to most of life's common financial curveballs.
This quote just nails the next step perfectly. Once you know your survival is handled, your whole mindset shifts. You stop worrying about what could go wrong, and you start getting excited about what could go right. That money becomes fuel for your growth. Just think about it for a second. That $2,000 certification course that could boost your salary by $10,000 a year, that's no longer an impossible dream. It's a no-brainer investment. You can walk into your next salary negotiation with real confidence because you're not desperate. This safety net doesn't make you reckless. It empowers you to take smart, calculated risks that pay off big time.
All right, so the big question, how do you actually get there? Well, the secret isn't some miserable, super strict budget. It's about changing how you fundamentally see yourself. It's about taking on a new identity, not just going on some temporary financial diet.
You know, the hardest part isn't giving up a few lattes. It's that identity shift. You have to start ridiculously small. We're talking 25, maybe $50 a month. The amount doesn't matter at first. It's all about consistency. Once you build that habit, you start to see yourself as a person who saves. And that identity, that little shift, starts to influence every other financial choice you make. It just gets easier from there.
And this is exactly why your mindset is so much more powerful than your income. I mean, we all know that person who makes six figures but is somehow always broke, right? And we probably also know someone on a pretty modest salary who has managed to build up some serious savings. The difference isn't the skill of earning money, it's the skill of keeping it. Okay, so once you've built this new foundation, you unlock something that most people don't even realize they're missing: breathing room. And I'm telling you, that breathing room is the most valuable financial asset you will ever have. Ever heard of decision fatigue? It's a totally real psychological thing. Every single day, we have to make thousands of tiny little financial choices, and each one drains our mental energy. But with a $10,000 cushion, like 90% of those stressful micro decisions, they just vanish.
I mean, just imagine all the brain power you free up when you're not constantly doing survival math in your head. That energy doesn't just disappear. It gets rerouted away from survival and towards strategic thinking, toward growth, toward optimizing your life.
And the benefits, man, they just ripple out into every single corner of your life. Seriously, studies show people with savings sleep better. When you're not stressed about money all the time, your relationships get better. You walk into job interviews with your head held high. It truly is the foundation for everything else that comes next.
And if there's one thing to really take away from all this, it's this. That journey to your first 10 grand teaches you discipline and patience and how to think long term. The real transformation isn't just about the cash in your bank account. It's about becoming the kind of person who is capable of building a secure future.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. That first $10,000, it's like your own personal financial oxygen mask. It gives you the space to finally take a full, deep, calm breath without any pressure. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?